really about to take an amazing journey as this topic is almost completely unprecedented as far as technology and what we're going to be leveraging in the future for your business. So this episode is called ChatGPT. You probably have heard about it, and it's your marketing mission. So what is ChatGPT? ChatGPT is a large language model developed by OpenAI based on the GPT, Generative Pre-trained Transformer Architecture. So it is designed to generate human-like responses to natural language inputs. And honestly, ChatGPT is officially the fastest growing product of all time with 100 million users in just over 2 months. That's when you know you really have to start to take notice of an emerging technology. So, where does ChatGPT get its data from? So it's trained on a massive amount of text data from the internet, allowing it to understand and generate responses to a wide range of topics and questions. It's literally absorbed the entire Wikipedia, and it really gets the speed from the fact that a lot of its data is readily available. What's really different about this, it is an advanced natural language processing. So NLP, as it's called, and it makes for a useful and variety of applications such as chatbots, language translation, and text generation. So what happens is they process, match, and deliver based on probability based on your query. So who should be leveraging ChatGPT? Individuals, businesses, and organizations who are looking to automate and streamline your communication processes. Anyone who needs a method to handle language translation, content generation, and question answering. So businesses can use this to build chat bots that can handle customer inquiries and support requests in real time, reducing response time and improving the customer experience. So educational institutions can use this to automate grading and provide personal feedback to students. And content creators can use this to generate content, ideas, summaries, articles, scripts, and even produce entire books. That's where I think the revolutionary element is going to be for entrepreneurs and businesses. Obviously, if you're somebody who has experienced chat bots that, they're slow, they're not accurate, they just seem to keep looping. This is a different technology in that it's able to carry on a conversation based on a wide range of data that it can extrapolate from versus something that has just been immediately fed into it because of its artificial intelligence nature. So how can you be using artificial intelligence to create a marketing advantage? So here's a way to rapidly stand out in the marketplace. Now, it's completely going to disrupt the industry, and businesses will emerge faster than any time in history. So you want to start to be ahead of the curve before everybody starts to understand what this is and starts to integrate it into their businesses. So if you aren't a marketing genius or a copywriting guru or have the time to be a constant content creator, then you're going to love this new technology. It's just a few months old, and it's really changing the landscape already. Now, what you can do here is you can jumpstart on the market and slash hours of your time spent creating the copy for marketing, promotion, content, courses, video, scripts, and programs in your business. Think about how much you write and how much content you put out. Imagine being able to generate a lot of that in minutes. Full articles can be done in minutes. Books can be produced in hours. Content calendars for social media can be created in minutes. It's really like nothing that I've ever seen before as far as the ability to understand what you need, and then how do you go about getting that data and information together and developed and then out there. And it's really a new tool that saves time, automates tasks, and makes your life super simple. So what are the benefits of ChatGPT as far as marketing? So first of all, it's going to be able to boost your ROI. It can slash your content preparation time by 90% and increase your results by optimizing your keywords, hashtags, and search rank. You can develop all of the content you want based on SEO and simply by adding that to the prompts, which I'll tell you about in a minute. So it's leveraged lead generation. You can generate leads by asking questions and gathering information about potential customers that you can pass on to your sales team for follow-up. It's personalized sales recommendations. So if somebody comes to your site and starts to engage in, let's say, a chat bot, they can analyze the customer data and provide personalized product or service recommendations based on their preferences and behavior, and of course, based on data that it has grabbed from your online presence, your website, and things like that. It can provide personalized interactive selling. And in fact, it can engage and learn from a user's interactions through an interactive advertising campaign. And it personalizes the user's experience, such as recommending products and services all the way to, providing the buy button for that. Again, based on the ability for it to artificially intelligent application towards what is happening. And it can increase your brand awareness. You can increase your positioning with standout copy and insights along with prospect interaction about your products or services, especially if they didn't know you. And when I say standout copy, for example, if you're not a copywriter by nature, then a few words into ChatGPT and it produces all of your marketing materials for you. So, it really, once you have leveraged the magic of the artificial intelligence and understood how to work this tool, you can really start to invest more of your time connecting with prospects, enrolling clients, and delivering your service, which is, of course, where the real money is. This means more money to your bottom line, especially given you're going to be able to cut immensely down on your time. So some of the uses for ChatGPT: cutting edge customer service. It assists customers in resolving their issues or answering their queries through chat or voice-based interactions. And again, this isn't your normal little chat bot guy in the corner. It is able to take from data all over the internet and all over its learning algorithm based on answers that start to come up. You can create high quality content in minutes. It saves you hours of research time, planning, and writing time when you're creating emails, social media posts, blog posts, product descriptions, news articles, launching campaigns, and even full course programs. I run a program where I'm teaching all of my students right now how to leverage this technology to produce their courses, their course titles, their course content, everything done for them. Language translation. You can translate text from one language to another with high accuracy, making it useful for cross-lingual communication. And again, back to that NLP nature, the natural language programming of it, it sounds like a person talking, doesn't sound like a robot, and it translates into the language as if that was the natural use. And education. It can assist students with their homework and provide explanations for complex concepts, making it useful for educational purposes. So, for example, somebody's working in algebra, they can ask a question and they can go deeper and deeper and continue the questioning. It's not like, one question in a singularity. It actually continues down, taking all of the data that it's just had, incorporating that into a further explanation. And research. It helps researchers in analyzing large volumes of data or generating insights from unstructured data sources. All righty, so let's take a look at how does this unfold. So first you would go to chat.openai.com. That's the platform, okay, doke. Then you're going to come up with a query called a prompt, okay? So I'm going to go into the details of a prompt in a minute. Then the ChatGPT tool processes your prompt, very similar to what Google does, and I'll talk about the differences in a minute. And then here's what's really interesting. It remembers all the earlier conversation. That's why it's so effective in customer service. It allows to provide follow-up corrections. So you can say, no, I didn't mean that, I meant this. And it will, remedy the output or explanation that it gave you. And it's also been trained to decline inappropriate requests. So it does have, it's heavily filtered in that you can't, do some things that you shouldn't be with it. The best thing is it refers to past training. That means it starts to understand you, your company, the query types that you make, and the details that you like, okay? That's where that artificial intelligence comes into play. And then it selects an appropriate response and delivers it to you. And out it comes, nice big long text. And then it says, and then at that point, you need to now step in, right? You're applying your brain and you're going to discern good output from bad, all right? So it may occasionally generate incorrect information. It hasn't so far for me. It may occasionally produce harmful instructions or biased content. Again, it hasn't for me. These are things that can occur in any artificial intelligent realm. And then you translate that artificial intelligence output into your own voice. So let's say you said, I need an article on the SEO practices of a website or best SEO practices for a website. And it produces this great article. You then can take that and starts to put it into your own voice, maybe add a little more data that you would like to incorporate. But it happens in seconds instead of the normal long time that it can take to write an article. So the entire system is built on the prompt. So the prompt is a query that you're about to make, okay? So you would click on the new chat bar, you would go to that send a message bar, and you would type your query in there, all right? So it is text-based statement or question provided to the ChatGPT to generate a response. Back to it uses the training data and the language processing algorithms to generate a response based on the context and meaning of the prompt. And the quality and accuracy of the response depends on the complexity of the prompt, the model's training data, and the sophistication of its language processing algorithm. So in most cases, what we're dealing with in business and marketing, it can handle. It's perhaps still learning on quantum physics or something that doesn't perhaps have as much data available to it. But for our needs, it's very effective. But here's the thing, garbage in means garbage out. Crappy questions will produce crappy answers. So you want to, what's going to start to happen is you'll get very adept at phrasing a prompt. And when you can do that, that's when it can give you more power. So here's a prompt example. I simply typed in, hey, what are examples of prompts related to webinars? I do a lot of webinar training. I do a lot of webinars myself. So I thought, let's see what it's going to produce on if I wanted to educate somebody about doing an effective webinar, right? And here, what are some best practices for hosting? How do you engage your audience? What are some effective ways to promote a webinar? Can you recommend any software tools? These are all questions. I can take this data and I can create a brief guide. I can create a presentation. I can create 10 articles from each of these, right? I can create a book if I wanted to. I can create a course if I wanted to. all of this data has been rapidly given to me, and now I can take each one of those prompts and prompt it again and get further deeper and deeper and deeper. So why is this so important? So it uses NLP, natural language processing, and it is one of the most advanced models currently available. It's state-of-the-art techniques. And so it does these human-like responses, which is what's incredible about it. It can be accessed by anyone with an internet connection. It's done through open source, right? It makes it a valuable resource for people all over the world who may not have access to traditional educational resources, especially in other countries, right? Or may have difficulty communicating due to language barriers because it has such a powerful language translation feature. It's great for knowledge sharing. It's been trained on massive amounts of text data, including books, articles, websites, Wikipedia, the internet. And so it has such a large, wide range of topics that it can help you learn and discover new information rapidly. Again, I'll be talking in a second, but unlike going to Google and searching and sifting through 150 articles that may or may not have what you're looking for, this is uber specific and gives you exactly what you need. It can perform a wide range of tasks automatically. It can summarize articles. It can generate reports. It can write basic code. It's unbelievable. Like you can have it writing HTML for you for websites, JavaScript, things of that nature. Simply because of the realm of data it can access, it simply puts it all together for you. And overall, it is an important technology because it has the potential to revolutionize the way that we communicate and access information. Okie doke. So ChatGPT versus Google. This is where this comes in, right? Now, they say they share the same similarities in that you ask it a question, right? You go to the search bar of Google and you put in your query, and you go to the search bar of the ChatGPT and you put in your query. But they are fundamentally different. All right. So the Google is a search engine. It allows you to find information on the internet, while ChatGPT is a language model that can engage in conversation with users in a more natural human way. Again, you're going to get 150 just listings of options from Google, or you're going to get one succinct response from ChatGPT. And again, it is built on this GPT architecture, and so can be used for a variety of tasks. It's great in answering questions, generating text, and even completing tasks. Now, again, while Google can provide a vast amount of information on almost any topic, ChatGPT can engage in this personalized conversation. It can provide nuanced and specific information based on your needs and interests, and it learns with you. So when you set up your account, then all of a sudden it starts to understand what you like, what you look for, what queries happen. And it is a way more versatile tool than Google. And again, they serve completely different purposes, but they all start with the query. So what is the future of ChatGPT? It's officially the fastest growing of all time, right? With over 100 million users in just over 2 months. Never before has that happened in history. That says, and is an indication of the adoption, the rapid adoption by businesses in particular. Artificial intelligence has always been here, but it has always been a case of an inability to connect in a way that we feel, right? That we feel connected to it in this human-like manner. Because of the sophistication that exists right now and the fact that it's constantly growing in sophistication, as far as how it's going to be able to interact with you, then it's going to be unbelievably popular. I mean, think of future things where you can say, I have a rash, or I have this on my arm, or these are my symptoms. What could it be, right? It can literally become your WebMD. Now, obviously, you wouldn't use it as your only source, but it will tell you seriousness, or do you need to go to a doctor, or what are some remedies you can start to do without sifting through 150 sites that are in many cases inaccurate. Because the thing here is, in the case of a Google situation, if you'll notice, many of the answers are the same. Simply because everybody's been regurgitating the same information. In this case, it gathers all the information, looks for the various nuances and differences, and then feeds you that answer. And because of this NLP, this is where we can really start to feel like you're interacting more with a human, especially for customer service and especially for the generation of marketing materials. It understands what people are looking for, and of course, what you prefer as copy. So here's what you want to do. You want to start integrating it now before your competition does. Are you ready for your next step? I'm inviting you to join me in my Message to Millions mentoring program. This is about a transformation, moving you towards your purpose-driven goals, aligning your activities, helping you stay focused on strategies that accomplish 3 objectives: increase your income, increase your influence, help you build a legacy and freedom lifestyle. You can get more details at messagetomillionsmastermind.com. If you're ready to go for your next step, schedule a call with me, and I'll help you choose a program that will fit your budget and ensure you can accomplish your goals for self and business. And the main issue for every business is you can't read the label from inside the jar. And this can produce gaps that are causing you to lose prospects, time, money, and opportunity. I created a 20-question quiz called Find the Gap that reveals for your business the major issues that will cause a problem in your growth. To take that quiz and get the results exactly for your business, go to fastfixmarketing.com. I look forward to continuing to be a part of your journey to financial freedom.